Well, good morning, to the round number 3, actually, right here in Katowice. We've got a OneWinged on the left, Jakub Kruszynki on the right, and we've got a dark type versus a dark type. Of course, there's already being played. We got a Tapu Koko on the left with Dano, with a rare fossil, and the same thing happening right here. We've got Leon's Cape on the dark type Pokemon, and we've got, of course, the Ducklet already happening. And right now, OneWinged on the left. Just thinking, just explain what the cards are doing. So we got, quite interesting matchup right there. Plus 50. Okay, of course, Kruszynki, new player to the game, so you can actually see, the new players getting on camera, not being shy of the camera. I like that. I do like, new players not being shy of the camera, just getting in there, just having fun and enjoying, because that's what pre-release is. And there's a Dan, that's a really nice card in his deck that he has. Of course, from that angle, because the players do have their discard piles on the other side. I'm gonna have to try to guess, and that was definitely a quick ball that happened. And we've got I think breeder. Yes, it is a breeder. Of course, that's a turn where supporter can be played, but hopefully OneWinged actually saw that you cannot play that when you played the Pokemon for the first time. If he didn't saw that coming. Oh, that was not a breeder. That was some other card. I have no idea what it was. We've got a Tapu Koko being charged right there. Of course, 10 damage went through on that Tapu Koko. Now we got Pierce. So that probably was Pierce during the last turn. Yes, it was Pierce to search for one dark type Pokemon and one dark type energy. I should have known. Now I know. So Pierce, a real interesting card, definitely a card to look at if you're thinking about playing cards and decks like Eternatus in the standard format. Amazing card, but now let's take a look. We've got it's Phylus, however you want to call it. I'm gonna go with the German name. It's Phylus, so German 2, and we've got a draw of 2 cards from the allure of Tapu Koko. Now, are we gonna see the same thing happening on the side of Jakub Kruszynki? No, we got a Dano right there being put on the bench. We got a Dano, the army of Danos. As someone said, an emo rat. I don't think it's an emo rat. I think that's a beautiful card. We got a retreat, and we got a Dano. Okay, we got a first evolution, we got another Phylus, so you can clearly see the this is the second set of the decks for the pre-release. So if you wondered what is inside the second set of the decks, that is precisely this, the dark type, the Hydreigon decks right there. And just passing off the turn, nothing happens, and we got Dano as well. My goodness, that's an interesting game. Of course, really interesting persona. Oh, you will see that. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, head scissors. No. Rock, paper, scissors, and actually OneWinged lost, because Dan says you play rock, paper, scissors. If you lose, you draw 2. If you win, you draw 4. So OneWinged actually start drawing 2, and then it went to do the motion, and then if he would win, he would draw 2 more. But now he can hit hard. He can hit that 110 damage on the Phylus, or not, or that's not it. That is only I believe a 90 damage. That is, I have to tell everyone, not to bring those dice. Like, those dice are annoying on the camera, because I can't tell the number. So that's I'm gonna be my first assumption of 90 damage right there happening from that Tapu Koko with allure. We've got a research being played. We got a fresh 7 cards. And clearly here, people laughing, people screaming, people having fun. We got a Swanna. Is there gonna be a bird keeper? No. We got its Phylus. And also got a third energy attached right there to the bench Pokemon. And that was Darkrai, I think. I believe that was a Darkrai, actually. Right? Yes, that was a Darkrai, actually, so the active is a Darkrai. My goodness, that is my mistake. I do apologize. So that is a Darkrai, that's a knockout, and OneWinged actually gets knocked out. And Darkrai, really interesting card. Yes, it is. Now I see it. It is a Darkrai. Really interesting attacks, really interesting card. But now we got another rare fossil happening. Of course, here you can clearly see the opponents not really touching their decks, both of course wearing masks. Even though they don't have gloves, they are not touching each other cards. They are trying to stay safe as much as possible. They did hand sanitize before that game, so there's nothing that is being transferred on their hands. Of course, there always might be something, but here we're just trying to make it as safe as possible. So we got a second energy attachment, third energy attack, because again you can attach with the Hydreigon's ability from your hand in the way you want. So this is kind of like a frost move, but you can do it to whoever Pokemon you want to. So we might actually see a knock on a huge damage might come from this Hydreigon. And is this damage going to come through? Is it going to happen? We don't know yet, but I think it might happen, and it is. We got a knockout, beautiful knockout. Beautiful knockout on the Darkrai, and right now, well, we got a Hydreigon as well on the opponent's side, and he has enough energy to actually attach to it and start hitting him back. But first, he's playing Hop, so draw 3. That was Hop, that was draw 3. He has a dance, so we might see rock, paper, scissors again. One more time, as the Daft Punk say, one more time, but not yet. You know, it has to be a next turn because you cannot play more than one supporter each turn. But look at that, insane! 3 energies on a Swan and 3 energies. What is happening right there on the Hydreigon? That is gonna be, wow, that is gonna be a hit. That is gonna be a huge hit, and the hit is exactly 130 damage from Hydreigon. So thanks to OneWinged, I appreciate that, mate. We know exactly the damage, because sometimes it's hard, right? It's hard to read certain ones. We got a Draxel, but not the one with ability. Worth noting, not the ability one, so there's not going to be any punishment from attaching this amount of energy to your Pokemon. But imagine what would happen, right? We got a research. What would happen if the Dracozolt with that ability was on the board and you go and you attach those 6 energies from your hand? That is 60 damage on both of the monsters. We got Swana and the Dan. Actually, thank you, Jakub, for showing us that. I do appreciate that. So we're gonna have Dan. He's gonna try to draw the cards right there. But now we got research being played. Is OneWinged going to hit back? Would I hit back? That's a great question. I'm probably, I would say, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. But first attach the energy. But is he going to that? Does he have the energy? That's a great. I think that's special dark type energy, which he can attach for the free retreat cost. And we've got a Darkrai. Oh, he has his own Darkrai. We're gonna see ability, so we're gonna see attachment of the energy. But where? That is a great question. Where is this attachment going to happen? I think if you can pull off Hydreigon in the Tornadoes, that might be really good. Or in any dark type deck, just getting those cards. But OneWinged, you can clearly see, like, if someone is actually just like browsing, you know, their discard pile, you know they're serious, you know they're ready to rock and roll, and that is exactly what is happening with OneWinged. He's ready to rock and roll. He's ready to go to attack, but he has to think: do I want to attach the energy? Do I want to retreat my Hydreigon? Do I want to sacrifice some other mons? There's only 3 prize cards left on both sides, and those are tough decisions. Let me tell you, those are tough decisions to make, and not easy as well. They are not easy decisions to make, and he's just is he attacking? Yes, he is. He is attacking, and that is 130 damage as well. And of course, those are the dice that Jakub uses from the trainer's toolkit, so that's why they have like the proper number on them. But he does have a Bird Keeper, but he doesn't really need him. I mean, he can play. He can play it, but they played Dawn, and who won? I think OneWinged won this battle, but is it a war? That's not a Hydreigon, but this is a promo one. Beautiful looking promo that Jakub pulled, so we know exactly where this is going. We got a Hydreigon, and we've got a knockout on the opposing. So Jakub going to 2 prize cards. A great performance by the newcomer. A great performance by the fresh player, and I like it. We do like it. Just, you know, great performance all together. And we've got a patch, a multi-patch. So actually, someone did pull it. Oh, you can clearly see the mask right here, right? I talked about the mask. You can clearly see, you know, even if he leaned that to that, there was a mask happening, and you've seen that mask action there. But we got a Dracozolt first. We gonna have Hydreigon. No, it's still Darkrai, so there's no Hydreigon on OneWinged side. Can OneWinged do something? That was a research, I believe, or that was something else. I think that was a research. I'm not sure. We got a Parasol. We got a Tapu Koko. And let's take a look. We got a Patch, we got a Bird Keeper, and we got a Swan on in Jakub's hand. This is a winnable game for Jakub. Can he pull it off? I think he easily can if he's gonna, stay. But that Dracozolt, that damage from Dracozolt, 200 damage, just knocking him out. You might say it was knocking our knockout's door, and there was a knockout. He just went through the door. He kicked them. Doors are laying on the ground, and there is nothing else that he can do. We got a Bird Keeper. He asks if he can promote different Pokemon. Of course, OneWinged agrees. This is PRERELEASE, so there's not necessarily a bad blood, you might say. There's not necessarily weird like scenarios. We got a Bird Keeper, so we will see that shuffle. Of course, if that would be Weevil GX, that would be quite interesting game, but there's no Weevil GX. So draw of 3. The Bird Keeper is here, and that might be a knockout. But is this going to be enough? There are only 2-3 cards left, but there is an energy. That can go on that Hydreigon, 130 damage. And that is precisely what is going to happen. Is OneWinged's opponent, is Jakub's going to utilize the free treat cost? We've got a Patch. And, didn't work. The Patch, he discarded it. He discarded the Patch to deal 140 damage, but this might not be enough. There is a weakness on Swanna, if I remember correctly, for the Lightning type. That can be a huge hit. Even the slightest damage can be devastating. A really intense game right there. Maybe just getting that Hydreigon instead of the Swanna, maybe that would be a play for the previous turn for the Jakub, but it's still, again, quite interesting one. We got an Evolution Instance being played. They're both almost at the end of their decks. 2 of 3 cards for Jakub. I can see 3 cards for OneWinged. Very end of their decks. They just mill themselves. Maybe they want to mill themselves. Maybe that is the thing. Now he's I was telling him about the weakness, actually, and Jakub didn't realize that there was a weakness involved. Maybe if he realized that, that could have been his game. Maybe the decision process would be a bit different, but now maybe there's a way to stall the game. Only a few cards away. He's just desperate. Like, he knows there's just nothing. Even though he's drawing the last prize card, there is nothing that is gonna happen. There is just nothing that's gonna happen. There is that Darkrai happening. There's this. Okay, there's of course the Dracozolt energy. There was a Dracozolt with the ability, so yeah, there should be the damage. There should be two damage counters, 4 damage counters on the one, not the one about the Jakub's Pokemon, and that is going to be a game here. Unfortunate, really, honestly unfortunate. Turn of events at the very end of the game. Maybe that different approach, maybe that different scenario could have happened. And of course, we got a free treat cost from the special Dark type energy, so it provides Dark type energy, but also it's a free treat cost. That's a knockout. That's a game number 1 to OneWinged, and OneWinged just picked up a win. Of course, this is not a table number 1. We hear that because Kovac is playing in the finals, is right now 1-0 as well. How the game's gonna go, how the game's gonna turn out for Kovac, we don't know, but she is at the table number 1. Arturovic is at the table number 2, and this is the table number 3 that we're watching, just to showcase the different game. Of course, Kovac right now at a winning streak, right? She won against OneWinged, she won against Arturovic, and now we have her playing against the PK, a great PK. Fantastic player as well. But let's take a look. We got 2 different techniques of shuffling, of course. As you can clearly tell, Jakub, a Magic the Gathering player with his what I believe is his wife. It's his wife. I see the ring on the proper finger, so with his wife right there. His wife is right now playing the back. Arthur's Reich played against his wife a round prior to that. They had fun. There was great conversations happening, and let me tell you, that is the beauty. You bring your wives, you bring your fiancé, you bring your girlfriends, and you both have fun, you both enjoy this trading card game, and you both, well, instead of like going to the bar and just, you know, literally flushing your money into the beer or the drinks or the alcohol, you just go and you buy a pack, you go and buy the singles, you have those amazing emotions. Same goes to every game system in the local game store. Mulligans, we're gonna have some mulligans right there happening, so of course what is happening, of course, as I was saying, you know, you're not flashing that money until you just buy, you know, like for example, some miniature figures that you're gonna paint at home and then battle at the battlefield of whatever the game is Warhammer Fantasy Battle, is Warhammer Age of Sigmar 40k, if it's Armada, if it's Warcry, if it's even it's X-Force, no, it's the other Star Wars thing, X-Wing, not X-Force, but it's an X-Wing, or maybe, you know, Magic the Gathering, maybe the other games. Those are bringing people together. You meet those friends, and those people that you play, they are becoming your friends. That's why you should definitely go to your local game store, support it, and like if it's great. There's still mulligans happening on the OneWinged side, so we are back to normal. If he's mulliganing 5 times, we know this is OneWinged right there. So definitely go to your local game stores, support them, have fun, get those friends, get those friendships, because honestly, well, certain friendships, you know, in the pub may last, well, few days, maybe they last a year tops, but the friendships in the local game store, they are forever, and that is what you should be thinking about, because those are the hobbies, you know, those are people that love the game. They're not here to just drink, to just do whatever. They are here to play beautiful games, and they are going to be your friends for probably the rest of your life, because that's going to be your local game store, and you're going to have fantastic time, of course, with them. So highly recommending that right there from the Raven. But first, we've got OneWinged just drawing another hand, and mulligan, is it? No, it's not OneWinged, and I can hear at the table number 3, actually, at number 2, sorry, because that's the table number 3, Autodroic actually is 1-1, and he both of the games he used MUV, which is quite interesting. And we start, what a start that is, Tapu Koko, and we've got, of course, no, that's not Swan, that's a Ducklet, but of course, you know, we got Jakub starting, great strategy, starting at the pre-release, when there's a lot of evolutions. It is a great strategy. There's no downside to going first, right there. And we got Dano, by the way, energy attached to the active Pokemon and passing of the turn. Now, OneWinged, he has a lightning type energy. Does he have another basic? I don't think so. I don't think he has another basic. Oh, he might have. Oh, there is a Darkrai. There's also a Fossil, so he's going to prepare that Arctozolt and Pierce, so we're going to see a search for a dark type Pokemon and an energy, and that is Dano. That is actually Dano. So that's quite interesting, you know, Metro. You know, we got dark versus dark, so the type that you want to have, the type that everyone is so excited to see, so excited to use, to play, to cherish, to just pull. Is this going to be true? Well, the standard format will verify once, maybe one day they will resume to play Pokemon, but the local leagues will actually figure it out. So you got Allure, draw 2 cards, and passing the turn. Drawing, oh, the hand. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe 6 energy in hand, plus Birdkeeper, and an energy patch. My goodness, that is super unfortunate. Maybe playing that Birdkeeper and not keeping him would have been great, and just drawing the additional 3, maybe that, but we've got, of course, 2 damage counters right there on the Tapu Koko and Arctozolt on the board. So now whenever he's going to attach that energy, well, there is going to be a downside of putting the damage counter, of course, for the Jakub, not for OneWinged, because it says the opponent. And don't forget to check out all of our channels. So we got Raven Snatch, we got Kovac Paintings, we've got Pokemon Couple YouTube channel, you know, subscribe, Raven Snatch, that is where everything is becoming live, you know, that's live Twitch, and all the other channels. We've also got a channel, Pokemon Couple Plays, where we do play other games, but here, there we go, we've got a hop. That was a hop, draw of 3, but are those 3 cards helping? That is a Darkrai, Leonscape, and we're gonna see, oh, that was, I believe that's a Fossil, and it is a Fossil. It is a Fossil. No, actually, it's a Ducklet. That is a Ducklet. A lot of colorless, so that you can, you know, you can like. So yeah, we will be working on actually getting, getting better angles at the table. We'll try to get, not that shine on the cards. As you can see, we were doing well on the left side, but on the right side there's always like a bit of a problem. So we'll see how this is gonna go. We got a 20 damage incoming. We got energy. Jakub forgot to put damage. No, he did not. There is 20 damage counters on the Darkrai right there because of the Arctozolt with the ability. But there is oh my goodness, there is Hydreigon, and that might be the end of me. Not actually not of me, but of the Jakub. That might. Oh, this feels like the end. We've got hand attachment of special type energy, dark type energy. So free retreat cost on a Darkrai. And now attachment due to Hydreigon. So again, a Frost move, but for a dark type, and it can attach to whatever they want to. Oh my. What is going to happen right now? Jakub sees that, another attachment for that Darkrai. Retreat, that is a retreat. Of course, I'm going to go with a free retreat cost, and that might be the end right there. Just slowly fighting. And let me tell you, that was not an easy task for the Jakub. We got a knockout due to, he had 6 energy hands. That was just brutal. But that's a pre-release. That's the beauty of it. You cannot, go above that sometimes. That's just what it is, and that's what happens. So we cannot, go through it. But we got a Swanna, but this might be a bit late, Is he promoting a different one? Yep, that we got to promote. Yeah, he promoted. Yeah, of course, Swanna has a free retreat cost, so he can clearly do that. And he has a Bird Keeper in his hand. He has that Bird Keeper in his hand. We got a patch. Oh, the patch doesn't work. So there's been no energy right there. But he has a Bird Keeper. Energy up on that Darkrai. He's taking the damage. Oh, that's a huge hit. But we got to. Now we go. Now you can ignore the cost of the attack of that Swanna, so you can actually go hit 140 damage. That's impressive. But is that enough? We got a Quick Ball being drawn. Is there anything else? Not necessarily. You got that's all I see. A Quick Ball. And that is it. We got 140 discards. What seemed like it's fineless, but he is able to get a knockout, so maybe it's not over yet. There is that Hydreigon that is problematic on OneWinged side, but hey, look, there's a knockout, and let's take a look at the hand right now. Is that, so 2 Pokemons, 2 energies, actually 3 energies, no, 2 energies and a Quick Ball. That is, I believe, Hydreigon in Jakub's hand, and let me tell you, Hydreigon can help him out with what he has, with the energy that he has in his hand. But the Arctozolt, oof, that ain't pretty. And he drops second one. So now, for each energy, he's getting full damage counters. That is absolutely insane. That is just devastating at the pre-release. That is devastating. If I would be, I would probably, cry, and I would just flip a table that you can do in Tabletop Simulator. Not sponsored, though. What a turn that was for OneWinged. What an idea for OneWinged. That is a great turn. And I have info right now. Kovac actually wins the game. She has won the 3-0 at the pre-release. Arthur also wins his game. He's 2-1. So right now, table number 3. That is an interesting table. That is there are still 2 more tables that are playing besides this one. I don't have info from those tables. I don't see them actually right now. But let's take a look. We got another energy. Those are 4 damage counters incoming. It's just too much. It's just unbearable damage that is coming only because of attachment of the energy. I think Arctozolt might be the valid strategy coming to standard format later on. But is it going to be good? Is it going to be the strategy to go for? It might be with with Lily's Pokédoll. I've heard about it just right now. I just figured that out. So it might be Lily's Pokédoll with Arctozolts and maybe something else to annoy your opponent. I can see that happening. So check out the YouTube channel in a few weeks. That deck is definitely going to happen. But even though we have a knockout, is there anything else going to happen? Down to 2 prize cards, both players. But now that is just too much. That is just too much. There is the energy in OneWinged's hand. Oh yeah, he has the energy. That's energy attachment number 1. That's energy attachment number 2, and that is a knockout. There's nothing in Jakub's hand, and the research on top of that. That's just brutal. That's just brutal. And well, it was a great game. It was a great game. You know, maybe, you know, in the game number 1 of that that switch, you know, that not playing that Swan but playing that Dark right then, you know, or Hydreigon, maybe that was the play that could have, you know, turned the tables. But here, look at that, he's just brutalizing Jakub right there, you know, another energy attachment from Hydreigon, and we're gonna have a, is it a knockout? I think it might be a knockout. Oh, it definitely is a knockout. That is a knockout. That is a game, set, and match. That is a game, set, and match right here. Oh, what a game, what a game, what a game. There's still one more prize card, but I don't think, there's no Hydreigon, there's no coming back. Even if he's going to play the Hydreigon, there are, you know, 2 Arctozalts with the ability, so that's 4 damage counters just incoming for that one hand attachment. It's just not gonna happen. That is just brutal. Wow, wow, wow. So thank you guys so much, because I think nothing's gonna happen right here, right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I've got subscribed for more videos like that, for more games, IRL, you know, every single week. We're gonna try to bring them to you every weekend, if the league is gonna be happening. If not, well, that's a different story. So we're gonna try our best. That is a game, that is a game, that is a game. Goodbye, good night, take care, fist bump, elbow,